Hi,
Hey everyone! Welcome to Crew Bouge.
welcome to Crew Booze. Cheers.
Cheers, cheers.
Ching, ching. Or chin chin. Ooh.
Yes, this is your first time joining us. We are literally just two girls who love wine. We met a couple of years ago, bonded over wine in the most wonderful city on earth, New Orleans,
New
Louisiana.
Orleans.
But she currently lives in Oakland, and I currently live in Houston, Texas. I'm going to play with these things all night, but hey.
But even
And
though
I'm
we
a
are,
ladybug. And happy
you're a
Halloween,
ladybug.
everybody.
It's so cute.
And I'm a ladybug, and then we have a goddess on the other end. So,
Oh, no goddess, no goddess. Just a girl in a fun party wig.
and our glitter.
And the glitter. Giving me all the Nola
Oh,
vibes.
when I
So
tell you,
welcome.
so, welcome, guys. I don't know if you all have had a day like our days. My day was crazy. I literally, excuse me, no COVID. But I've been
Not the
like,
Rona.
I know, no COVID. You have to say that now. But I was just kind of running around the city and just been up since early. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do my walk, all that kind of stuff. Girl, why did somebody rear end me? Not
Oh
bad, not
no.
bad, but banged into my car. It was raining here, banged into my car. I was like on my way home. I was talking to my boss on the line. I was like, nope, how about you stay on the line? Because I need to get out this car and figure out what's going on. So I've had one of those type of days. So this wine that we've chosen or that I've chosen this week and that you've chosen this week, I'm going to drink some of yours and drink some of mine. How
Yeah,
about that?
but first, are you okay? Like,
I'm fine. I'm fine. Like my car is fine too. It wasn't a big ding, but it's kind of like it just shocked me, and I couldn't move ahead because I'm always looking in the rearview mirror kind of thing. I'm a defensive driver because I grew up in the city, grew up in the hood,
yeah,
so always defensively driving. But I was at a cross where I couldn't go into the cross because people were crossing. So I moved up as much as I could. So he would have banged me a lot harder if I didn't have if I had moved up. But not to bring it down, but I'm doing great. And I've got on
well,
my
I'm glad
ears
you're
and I'm
good. You're
excited.
looking beautiful.
How was
So
your day?
my day was good. Just a lot of work, um, but overall good. No complaints. I'm happy to be employed. I am happy
I'm
to
so
be
grateful.
able to afford this crazy wine habit that I have.
I'm telling you.
So,
I'm going.
well, yeah, cheers to you. I'm glad that it wasn't a bad
Cheers.
accident
Yep.
and that nothing is wrong. So,
Yeah.
chin again.
Chin chin.
All right, so this is episode 3. Okay, if you're just listening, we're just taking a dance break with my made up music.
If you're just listening. But I appreciate your vocals. Thank you very much. So I guess I can go this week because I think you probably have. I couldn't go first this week on what I'm drinking.
Yes,
And
you went
here's
first.
the episode. Here's where we talk about what you're drinking.
What you drinking?
And we'll eventually get like the little ticker tape thing. Bear with us, guys. Okay. So this week, it's so funny. Just to give you guys a little backstory, it was hilarious. I checked in with Desiree and I was like, which he's like, I was like, I just want to make sure that, we knew we wanted to do this whole like Halloween thing, but it was kind of like, what am I drinking? Like, what am I going to get? And I knew I wanted something rich and deep, and it's finally getting cool here in Texas. So I was like, oh, this would be perfect. So I called her and I was like, hey, guess what I'm drinking this week? And she was like, what? I was like, the Seven Deadly Zins.
Ooh.
Oh, I hope you guys can see it. But in any case, if you go in the store, just look for the Z. Um, and it's Sinners Select. So it's specific for the sinners, you and I, It's specific for us. So, and anyone who has never had this before, it is an Old Vine Zinfandel. It's from Lodi, California. It is bottled by Michael David Winery. And I won't get like too in depth into all of the backstory, but kind of the reason why he has like the 7 deadly zins is because he pulls grapes from 7 different vineyards like throughout. So, he's a complete and total mastermind. I love his logic. I love just the whole kitsch of his entire branding around this. But just to talk a little bit more, this is a 2016. And, it was about $15.99. I got it at a local wine shop in Missouri City, which is a suburb outside of Texas. But I got it in Missouri City, and it is a glorious 15% alcohol.
Bravo.
There will be no wasted sips. But I don't know if you guys can see, it might be a little bit better this year, today, but in any case, I will tell you, it's a deep burgundy color. It's rich berries. I would say the aroma, let me do the aroma. For anyone who's just listening, I am doing the amazing swirl. But yeah, the aroma is very fruity, more like plum. Kind of, the taste is more, to me, it's more chocolatey. A lot of people, everyone has different taste profiles, so everyone's tongue tastes things differently. But for me, it's a much more chocolatey, but it's very rich. So this needs to be paired with some ribs, some meat, preferably red meat and potatoes. And I will also say that it should be paired with something cheesy, even though, I'll overshare. I'm lactose intolerant, but this would perfectly go with that. And go with the heavy, like stinky cheese. This would be perfect for that. So yeah, that's what I'm drinking this week. Here's the bottle again. It is, and don't talk about my nails, y'all. This is COVID time. Is 7 Deadly Zins, Michael David, Lodi, California. If you have never, I know a lot of times people are like, I don't want to drink red. It is definitely a wine that is a great finish. But I would say that Zinfandel is a great place to start. If you don't like the super dry tannic nature of a Merlot, then I think Zinfandel is a great place to start. If you don't do Syrah, this is actually 50% 05 Zin and 50% Petite Syrah. So that's kind of, I guess, the Sinner's Select. So that's it. That's all I got today. I'll start drinking.
That is a really, really good wine. I discovered that bottle many years ago, and it's a really affordable Zinfandel. And so I pick it up whenever I see it because A, it's a fun bottle. B, it's delicious. Just all around.
Very good. It's one of my faves. I saw it in the store. I was in shopping with a friend, and she loves a different brand, and we'll have to talk about when it's like, summery. And I would say much more summery, but it's something because wine consumption has increased since COVID that the specific brand that she absolutely loves, they didn't have. You couldn't just order it. We're just trying to walk in the stores, but the small local business, you guys know, I was a small local business owner. Small local business, go to small local businesses. They are the plug during this pandemic. Do it, small local business. But, not only are they going to do a case for her at a reasonable rate, they're going to deliver it to the house.
Nice.
Small local business, shop local, shop small.
Shop local, everybody.
I'm done.
All right, well, that sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So I am drinking 6 Sense.
Wow, I love that bottle. I love the label.
Yeah, I love the bottle. When we talked about doing like Halloween themed wine, like spooky wines, I have a couple in my selection. The other one that I have, well, that's not really so much spooky, but so the great thing about this episode is when Ro told me that she was going to do the 7 Deadly Zins, I knew right away that this was, or it actually used to be, it is still a Michael David winery, but now I believe they sold it to somebody else. But this wine that I'm drinking is also a Michael David wine. And it's good. Okay, so this is a Syrah. It is a 2018. And I actually just poured myself a second glass while you were talking about your wine. So
I just
I've just been over.
hopefully I'm certain that they caught my pour during the audio.
Yeah.
Sorry,
You
y'all.
heard a little bit of in the background. That was me. Yeah, so I have been enjoying this. It is a dark red, beautiful dark red color. It's a dark skin grape. It is very fruity. It's got a lot of body. I had to taste it again so I could accurately describe it. Medium tannins, good, medium to high acidity, just a very, very good wine. This was, I want to say it was about $15. So yeah, it's a delicious, delicious wine for only $15. And you can't beat this label. It's gorgeous.
That is just so attractive for the bar. Like just putting it on the bar, it's attractive.
Yes, I have a habit of saving bottles that I really like, the beautiful bottles, and using them as vases, so putting my flowers in them. But it's gotten to the point where like I've got so many bottles saved around the house and I'm like, okay, I gotta get rid. Not only do I have like plenty of like wine bottles to open, now I have wine bottles just sitting around empty holding flowers just because I like the way they look. But yeah, this is definitely going to be a keeper. Let's see. Oh, also, Ro, you would really like this. Also, 15% alcohol.
When I tell you Michael David does not disappoint. He said, what you're not going to do, I'm not going to play around with the alcohol content. And I'm not even saying that you drink to get drunk, but there are things that like, I know for me, if I'm going to drink red, I generally don't drink red in the summer. But when I drink red, it's one of those things like it just immediately gives me that relaxation. And I know that it is associated with the alcohol content. But I mean, 15% alcohol, you have a glass, you have your, you do a good 6-ounce pour, you're good.
Absolutely.
Even though I don't think I've ever poured 6 ounces, I do know how to do that. But hey.
Sorry, I'm just over here smelling my wine.
I don't know what happened. Where did I go?
Oh no, are you not there?
I'm back.
Okay. I never
touched
lost
something.
You were there all along.
This is what happens when the 7 Deadly Zen Center Select
those sins are kicking in. Oh gosh. Okay, well, let's see. Did I tell you guys what was in this one? I don't think so. I'm too busy sipping.
I don't know.
So I'm not even. So this, a lot, I would say like black cherry, plum, strawberry, just floral, really, really good. This is very good, you guys. So
and also, Syrah is a very good entry to red wine drinking. If you're used to drinking like whites or rosés and you're like, I want to try a red, Syrah is a great entry in.
It's known for being full-bodied and very fruity. And I think for me, who doesn't want a very fruity wine? But this is just definitely very jammy, fruit in a glass. This is what you want.
Yeah. It's like the more and more I drink this, the more earthy it tastes, like in terms of the berry, the more and more I drink it. But hey, I have no complaints about this. I'm enjoying it.
Well, I cannot wait until you can come visit me in California. Because
we
go and visit this wine. Well, we have so many wineries to visit, but we have to visit Michael David Winery.
I can imagine. I'm sure that it's probably a spectacle. Have you been before?
Yes, I've been. It's gorgeous. I actually I went once and it was raining, so It's it's a large space. They've got 2 tasting rooms, like this beautiful outdoor area with like this little lake. They've got like a bakery, cafe on site. You can bring your kids. It's very kid friendly. The first time we went, my little niece came with us and she like stole the show. She was just like running through the tasting room, making friends.
I
But
bet she was. She's so cute.
she's so adorable. I love her.
She's so cute. And
So
please don't let my facial expressions do anything. The girl is thinking she's thinking cute. She's so cute.
she's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. I keep asking my brother if he's going to put her into like modeling, and he says he doesn't want to like put her through that, which I completely understand.
Yeah,
But
there's a lot, but it doesn't hurt. That's a college fund, and college is not cheap.
I was a pageant baby. I was a pageant baby until
I didn't know that about you.
yeah, I was a pageant baby. My mom and dad had me in all my baby photos are like I had a crown and like the whole thing. Oh man,
I love it.
Maybe up until I was like 4 years old, so it didn't last for very long. But I have pictures. I think I won several competitions, so I want my niece to be the next.
Wow, that's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love when you. Yeah, I have my niece she's a 10. She's like a 15 probably. Like
gorgeous.
She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Like she's an
celebrated her
amazing body. She's worked her ass off to, even hold on to her body. Not hold on, but to build it up. And she was a cheerleader for a number of years. She's doing like I'm her stalker. She doesn't realize I stalk her as much. I'm sure she does, but I do have a crush on my niece. She's my firstborn.
Woman crush.
So
wait, it's Tuesday. Oh, whatever.
Woman crush. I kind of have a crush. I have a crush on my niece. I absolutely love her. But she's doing like these different. She's always been into dancing, and she like made it to like the finals of like the what is it for the Ravens, Baltimore Ravens cheerlead, their dance crew, their dance situation. Like I don't know. She's so awesome. She's definitely my girl crush. I love her. But I see her like my baby, even though I know I could do a lot more like for her, with her, that kind of thing. And being distant doesn't make it any better, just with us being so far apart, living. But she's my girl crush. And the same way you feel about your niece is the same way. Like she's awesome. Like she's all types of awesomeness. So I'm happy to see her. I know. I'm like
hashtag proud aunties.
I know. Hashtag proud auntie. Like, it's crazy because you guys didn't get to meet her when she came to New Orleans. She came for her 20. You did?
Yeah. We went
I don't remember.
together and then we went dancing. But we left them because
that's right. Because Jennifer, the party queen.
Oh man, yeah.
You sure did. You met her. And it's funny because she asks me all the time. She's like, how's Jennifer? I finally talked to her. And we kind of like chatted like back and forth. And it's just been crazy, nurse life. And it's been crazy, this whole pandemic thing.
As a nurse, I'm sure she's
the whole crazy pandemic thing. But I don't know. I guess we'll forever be grateful for her because she's the one who got us together. So it's one of those things.
Yes.
So yeah, are you done with talking about Michael David?
Well, let's see. I mean, I was just gonna say I can take you there. It's in Lodi. It's close by. Great location. Great. I mean, we can already see we're drinking 2 of the wines. I've had many more of them.
Mm-hmm.
All very good. This is another one of their wines, and this is actually a Zinfandel. This one is called Lust. And
it's like the best freaking marketing, like his whole thing.
So they're brothers that founded it. It's Michael and David Phillips. But
I didn't know that. You've educated me.
Go to their website whenever you get a chance, because it is their entry to their website alone is quite a spectacle.
Spectacular. It's a spectacle.
It's a spectacular spectacle.
And
there are there's so much going on. There's like monkeys dressed up in suits with like cheer horns. There are, it looks like you're at a circus, but also in the distance, there is an alien ship that looks like it's like trying to pull someone. There's a whole lot going on.
It's
And I mean,
so funny.
it's amazing.
And not to cut you off, I love this. It's like, so this is for everyone who's listening. Sinful Indeed. This is the market, the label in the back of the wine. Sinful Indeed! Exclamation point. This wickedly delicious Zin is temptation at first sip, and that's not just our pride, and it is bolded. Pride is bolded. Talking, and then ... And then it's like, blame it on the Catholic school upbringing of brothers, Michael and David, their lust for hedonistically seductive wines. I love it. I love everything about it. I can imagine them drinking their wine, coming up with the back of that label.
Yes, I mean, it's all very amazing. I just found out that they were recently nominated for Wine Enthusiasts American Winery of the Year award. So
what?
I'm
for 2020, or was it? It was
2020. Yeah, just recently.
Wow.
So I am rooting for them all the way because great customer service. I just recently like drove through to pick up some wine curbside, and I didn't know I was like, oh, I want one of the Zinfandels, and they were like, oh, and they would just describe the bottom like that one. And I mean, just on point customer service. Even like the tasting was amazing. Again, family friendly. If you're ever in the area, please go to this winery because it's amazing.
So, in honor of Halloween, you know, this is like one of our most favorite holidays of the year. I don't know, like we have too many stories to discuss about like how crazy Halloweens have been for us. I mean, I barely remember the year that I was Little Red Riding Hood, Little Black Red Riding Hood. I barely remember. Oh, you have the picture?
I have a picture.
Oh gosh.
But there's a lot of people in it.
Okay, I forgot. Okay, all right.
I was so excited because I was about to show everybody this picture because that was probably one of our most epic Halloweens. And
so it was epic. And we'll definitely share that. I promise you guys we'll share it. But
you were red riding. You were red riding. I'm gonna try this a third time. Third time's the charm. You were Red Riding Hood.
I was.
I think the rest of us were some sort of witch. And then there was one friend that was Snow White. And at some point, we reenacted on a New Orleans sidewalk, like just out in the street. We reenacted
Kristen.
one of
it
our
was
friends.
Kristen, but we won't say her name.
I think you just said it. Take a sip. Whoops. Okay, you didn't hear it.
And I'll make sure I'm gonna hit her via the Facebook, and but yeah, I'm gonna let her know before.
It's okay. There's a lot of them in the world. So one of our friends gave her an apple, and she took the apple and she fell out on the ground, and it was just the best scene ever. It was like Snow White in real life.
But what I must say about Snow White's ensemble, her ensemble was on point. Like it was like she could have honestly been at Disney World, like, and been fine.
Yes, she was believable as Snow White.
But I mean, yeah, so it was definitely, we reenacted a scene out of the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So for everyone who is not seeing all the drama and you're just hearing the drama, we completely and totally reenacted a scene in front of the Beacon apartment complex, a high-end, high-caliber Beaujolais.
But they were the ones hosting the Halloween party. They were the ones hosting the Halloween party.
Exactly. So we were outside of this very exclusive building, and they like laid the spread out in the basement of the building. And one of our like dearest friends, she was like, hey, look, let's pregame here. Pregame? We gamed. Like, it was not even a pregame, it was a full-on game. I remember a good bit about that night. I don't remember, but you know, plenty of.
I remember a good bit about that night.
Yeah.
I will just say
I
that.
have an amazing picture on my Facebook page of me just and our friend Jennifer who got us together took this awesome photo of me, and I was sitting on the curb.
Yes.
That tells you how the day went, how the night went. I was sitting on the curb.
I can see that picture in my mind. It's such a beautiful picture.
It's amazing. It's a great picture. Like she has an amazing eye. Like Jennifer's just awesome with that. So,
Yes.
but I
Okay,
do have some trivia. Huh?
We're gonna have to get her on this podcast
She's
because
got to be on the podcast. She's on the podcast. My good girlfriend who's out there with you, she's going to be on the podcast because we got to talk about the wineries and the whole sitch of us going out to and driving down the highway and me like having like read, and she laughed at me and she thought it was funny. I was like, ma'am, that's not funny. But I had dug my nails into my hands going down the highway when we were going down the highway at Big Sur with those like Winnebagos, and we were on the side.
So you
like
were scared, so you were like clenching.
Yeah, I can't. I couldn't do it. But that's for another podcast. But what I do have, I have Halloween trivia. Halloween. Okay, Desiree. Just a few fun facts. You know, this year 2020 has been some shit, but hey, we're grateful to be here. I am grateful to be here. I'm grateful for just my life, period. I mean, honestly.
Amen to that.
I have no complaints. No complaints. The wine is still flowing. I'm grateful that I get up and clock in every day and get a check. So
that's amazing.
So true or false?
Oh boy. Okay. Wait, I do want to preface this by saying that I am a very chicken person. I love dressing up for Halloween, but I don't know about Halloween movies, so I don't know how good I'm going to do on this trivia, but here goes.
You'll do fine. You'll do fine. This is kind of like
very
kind of Christian overarching stuff. You're good. You're good.
Okay. Because we
this
weren't
is
even
more
allowed
general.
to go trick or treating when I was younger.
She's a chicken, y'all. It's okay. It's okay.
Well, I mean, that was my parents, but I am also a chicken. That's on me. My parents were strict, so I didn't do Halloween. But then also I'm a chicken, so I also don't do Halloween.
I think that I've had.
But I do now.
Okay, you got it. You got it. Okay, true or false?
Okay.
Halloween is the second largest commercial holiday in the United States.
I don't get a multiple choice.
It's true or false, ma'am. It's true or false. You don't get to change the.
Okay, I'm gonna say true because I'm thinking. Oh wait, but there's other. I'm thinking Christmas is number one. But no. You know what? Because they had Halloween stuff up in the store in July, so I'm gonna say true.
You are right. Ding, 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 ding. On average, the United States spends $9 billion for Halloween. With the B $billion for Halloween. Is
it also true or false?
No, this is you've answered it. You won.
Oh, you're okay. You're just telling me.
I was just giving you the numbers that they got. Like, I mean, people spend $9 billion.
Got it.
But of that $9 billion, let's see. How much do Americans spend on candy average for Halloween? $55, $65, $75, or $85?
You know what? I'm going to go with
$85. They spend an average of $86.27 on Halloween candy.
That's a lot of money.
When you think about it, but it's kind of like, if you think about all the drama with you don't want to be the house that's giving out apples, right? And you really don't want to be the house that's giving out Smarties. So you really are going to give out like the good Snickers. You're going to get the bag of the good stuff and give out the bag of the good stuff. You don't want to be known in the neighborhood as the person that's giving out like the bad stuff.
Now, I know for a fact there was someone in my neighborhood and I was growing up. And again, I wasn't allowed to go trick-or-treating. So I heard this from friends. So I don't know how true this is, but whatever. Someone gave out pennies. Someone would give the kids pennies. Yeah. They were not popular. I think the pennies got chucked right back at that house. Anyways,
I'm sorry. Anyone who is not watching, please make a note of my silence. Giving away pennies.
just a silent face. Yes.
The silent face. Okay, next question.
All right.
What state produces the most pumpkins? Idaho,
Okay.
Iowa, Indiana, or Illinois?
I'm trying to think what has the most like farmland.
I don't know. While you're thinking, I'll grab some more wine.
Grab some more wine. You know what? I'm gonna say Idaho is known for potatoes. Potatoes and pumpkins. I don't know. I'm gonna just go with Iowa.
Random. Illinois produces the most pumpkins. They have 15,000 acres of land specifically used for producing pumpkins.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
You guys are following along. I want to know how you're doing when you listen to this. So let us know in the notes because I'm curious who knew this.
We want to know if you won or not.
Yeah.
All righty. So let's see. Do I have another question? Okay, so these are just more fun facts. Okay. Fun facts about Halloween.
Okay.
Or do I have another question? Oh, I do have a question.
All right.
This is a good one. What is the #1 Halloween candy according to candystore.com? Snickers,
Of course, that's a website.
M&Ms,
Mm-mm.
Skittles,
Mm-mm.
or Reese's Cups?
Reese's Cups.
You're wrong.
No, that is not true.
The #1 candy, according to candystore.com, is Skittles.
I want to look that up because I firmly believe if it's not Reese's, it's got to be Snickers.
And Snickers is my #1. I could eat Snickers sleep. Like there's something about that. I am truly that whole commercial situation where they have the person who is upset until they get a Snickers. That is me. That is me. But funny part, people who love candy corn, which I think is the most disgusting candy ever. Candy corn is both in the top 10 best selling and the top 10 worst hated candies.
Wait. Okay. Sorry, I had this whole, okay. When you said candy corn and I was thinking cotton candy and I was like, oh God, who's doing that? But candy corn, I actually love. It's delicious. More importantly, I love those mellow cream pumpkins, which is just like candy corn's brother. It's like,
I have no idea. I'm not a big candy corn person, but it's funny. It ranks top 10 and it ranks top 10 for the most popular and top 10 for the worst candies for the season, for the Halloween season.
So wait, let me ask you, are you having Halloween? I guess in different places, like Halloween is still happening. I thought we weren't supposed to be doing Halloween countrywide, but it sounds like people are still gearing up for like passing out candy. So what's the situation in your neighborhood?
Ma'am, I live in Houston, Texas.
Uh-huh.
They're doing whatever the fuck they want.
Oh, okay. So kind of like Georgia. Okay. Sorry, Georgia.
And yes, I dropped the F-bomb because that's literally what's going on. And that's how I feel about how they're doing things here. But yeah, no, they're really doing whatever they want to do. So yeah, I went into the Walmart today, and I tried not to go into the Walmart, but they were the only retailer that actually had my color toner for my printer. And if your employer is paying for your color toner for your printer, you mosey on into where you need to go to get that printer, to get that ink. So yeah, so that was kind of what drew me in. And it was huge. It just was still aisles and aisles of stuff, aisles and aisles of candy. I got my ears I had already gotten, but my little antennae. But yeah, so and they're so distracting me now because I've been drinking a good bit of wine. But hey, I'm enjoying
this on Halloween.
Huh?
Are you gonna wear this on Halloween?
Why not? I mean, but it's Saturday. I got a note for you for that. How about this?
Oh.
This will be the first Halloween in 19 years that we have a full moon.
Oh, extra spooky.
Very extra spooky. And the last Halloween was a full moon was 2001,
Oh no.
19 years ago.
Mhm.
And it won't happen again until 2039.
Wow. Okay, that's kind of exciting.
Exactly, right? Fun fact.
I'm gonna
Okay.
have my I'm going up to Napa with some friends that day.
I don't care that you can go to Napa with some friends, okay?
Sorry. Sorry. But by nighttime I'm gonna be like, well, in my house, there will be no candy passing. There will just be wine and hocus pocus on the TV. And that's how I Halloween.
Yeah, I'm a little envious, but it'll be what it'll be. I have a really good girlfriend. Her birthday is this weekend, so I'll figure it out. Texas, we're on fire here. Like I just drink wine and pretend like everything is okay. Like if you've ever seen the meme of like that cartoon cat, the cartoon cat that is sitting in the room and there's flames all around, like that's kind of what's going on with my yellow, my yellow curtains that are yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like that, like
Totally.
it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. It's
It's
okay.
okay.
It's okay. I'm going to make
okay.
it. Okay. So well, I think most people know this is the Halloween tradition is something that came with Irish people back when they came over, but it's been celebrated for thousands of years, right? So of course it's had many different iterations, but in the 18th century, women followed different traditions during the Halloween time to find their husbands.
Ooh.
They would throw apple peels over their shoulder. And yes, and so if the initials showed up as they threw like the different, I guess they would chew it up. I don't know. They didn't really get deep into it, but they would eat the apple peels because I guess back then maybe they didn't eat the whole apple peel, but they would throw the apple peels over their shoulder, and then I don't know which one. I mean, don't start trying to throw stuff over your shoulder in your house. That doesn't work.
All the details.
Okay. So, but that was how they would try to find their husbands. So their initials, they were looking for the initials. So if the initials landed, and I guess from a whole bunch of different pieces, I guess it was cut up. Maybe they were making a pie. I don't know. But they would throw them over their shoulders. And if the initials showed up, that was the person who was their husband.
Wait. So their initials, like the person that threw the apple, it's their initials?
No, the initials of their husband. Girl, these are like villages where they got like 20 eligible men. So, you just going for
their initials.
Well, the initials needed to show up, or there needed to be some type of initial that showed up when they threw the different peels over their shoulders. So it couldn't have been like peels that were attached. It probably was like little bits that they like threw over their shoulder kind of thing. Like maybe look, I love to make like baked apples, not baked, but they're almost like a stewed apple that you can make on the stove. You use your frying pan, that kind of thing. Yeah, I love to do that. So, but if you make it and if you don't do, back then they didn't necessarily have the peeler where you could get the rind off of the skin off in one full swoop. So they probably had a bunch of different things. So they just threw it over their shoulder. So if the guy that you loved from up the road or from the next, the next village over, you were looking for your husband. And then the next thing that they did, they would bob for apples, and whoever was the first person to get the apple was the next person to be married.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I was all about this throwing the apple peel over the shoulder. I was about to go buy a bushel of apples and on Halloween just be like
I mean, why not do it? It's a healthy treat. You can freeze them. I can send you my recipe for how to make wonderful baked apples that you can eat for breakfast. You can eat or you can make them as like a base and put like ice cream on it. Oh my gosh, so good. So good.
That sounds delicious.
And then the other weird spooky thing, which of course would be something that you would not do, they would stand with the candle in front of a mirror in the dark room to see if their husband's face would appear.
Oh no. Nope, 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 nope. Not happening. I'm
Okay.
not desperate for a husband.
Well, something else that they did that will harken back to how we met each other. There was a traditional Irish bread that was made for Halloween, and it was called barmbrack bread or just brack bread. And it was a sweet bread. So it's almost kind of like a spice bread, but very dense, very heavy. It had dark and white raisins in it, which harkens to the wine, raisins. And they also had a toy in it.
Oh.
And that was similar to king cake. So it was kind of like the same thing.
Oh, okay.
So literally what they would do, like if you were the little Irish boy who got the toy, not only did you get the toy, you also got like a blessing for like the next year, So you had good luck for the next year.
Well,
And my final thing, I'd go extra because I'm
okay,
so extra.
All right.
I'm so extra. Okay, this is the last thing, and I know you're not gonna like it because you're scary.
Oh, geez. Okay.
But this one is much more contemporary. So in 1978, Tony Lee Wallace, he was the production designer for the infamous character, or for the infamous movie Halloween.
Okay.
Michael Myers. So when he went to the store, and of course it was in Hollywood somewhere, of course, he went to a costume store, and he came back with 2 masks. He picked a clown mask, and he picked the mask of William Shatner, AKA Captain Kirk. And so Nick Castle was actually the actor, and don't quote me, y'all, don't quote me, but Nick Castle was the actor. I believe that was part of the whole Halloween to do. I'm not exactly sure if he was the Michael Myers, but so Tommy Lee Wallace, the production designer, comes in with both masks on. So he comes in with the clown, and he's like, oh, that's scary. This works. We'll do the clown. And then he's like, so then he leaves and he comes back. And he puts on William Shatner. He's like, oh, this is even more scary. Michael Myers, the mask from Michael Myers from Halloween, is William Shatner's face as the freaking Captain Kirk. They cut the eye holes bigger, spray painted the face white, and the rest is history.
Wow. Oh, that's really interesting.
Isn't that funny? I was so excited when I saw that. But yeah, so that's kind of like my ta-da.
Oh my gosh. Well, that was amazing. That was really interesting. All right. And I will end with this. I believe it's my last Halloween in New Orleans. I believe I was actually walking to your house because I was cat sitting for you at the time. And so I was walking I used to work at Tulane, you guys. And so I was walking from Tulane down St. Charles to Rose House. And this was the year that I think It had come out. And I hate clowns. I hate them with the and people were doing the oh, it's fun to be a clown and scare people in cars. So I was crossing the street and I just happened to look, and the driver in the car had the whole get up on, and he
not Pennywise. He was not Pennywise.
He's as I was crossing the street, and I was petrified. I was like, I'm done. So public service announcement: stop dressing up as It, because it's too freaky.
And to be more clear, do not dress up as Pennywise. Thank you. Pennywise the clown.
Yes.
Oh man, that's so funny. But this has been so amazing. I hope that everyone has enjoyed it the same way we have. We're really just using this time to share, not only with ourselves, but to share with you guys. We hope that you guys leave us comments. We will respond and all that good stuff. So let me adjust my antennae. And we hope you're enjoying it. Of course, we love creative feedback, but at the same time, grab some of these wines. I got this one local. Please buy local, shop local. And Michael David Wineries is amazing. And I think that's it. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, guys, you can find us on Spotify. We are Crew Bouge, as you know. You can also find us on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is also Crew Bouge. And our Instagram page will be up and running very soon to keep everyone in the loop about when there's going to be a new episode and what we're drinking. And that way you guys can share more information with us. But this is our third episode and we're so excited. Happy Halloween. Have a safe Halloween. And until next week,
Yay.
cheers.
Have a great one. Cheers.
Bye.
Get a bottle of wine.
Get a bottle of wine. Bye.